countering and returning, and they tapped. So we're gonna bounce the tracker, and we're gonna counter the Saga. That's so good. Woo! Value Town. And there is Daddy. Hello, good game. Welcome back, ghouls and goblins. Thank you so much for taking the time to support the channel. Make sure to leave a thumbs up. It helps more than I can ever explain. Today, we'll be playing Temur midrange, focusing around Questing Beast and Goldspan Dragon, some of the most powerful haste creatures we have access to right now. We have a 75% win rate within Mythic, ranking into the top 900, which is really impressive. Temur consists of the colors blue, green, and red. Today we'll be breaking down the deck list to showcase the strategies and synergies, moving into the gameplay footage, breaking down the playlines and interactions, and then finally wrapping up with our deck review and final thoughts to give you guys a good idea whether or not the deck fits your personal playstyle and of course your wildcard collection. A massive thank you to each and every one of you again. Cheers. I hope you're having a magical day. Make sure to like the video. Check out the Linktree link to engage in all of our extracurricular activities. And be sure to subscribe to the channel so you're not missing out on our 500,000 gem giveaway and the complete playset of rare D&D cards coming out in I think like 18 days. So that's super exciting. Subscribe to the channel, share it out to your friends because there's still time to get in on it. Let's break into the video now. All right, Temur midrange, 60 card, best of one, 4.1 average mana value, 20 non-creatures, 16 creatures with 24 land. Again, to reiterate, Temur is the color combination of blue, red, and green. We're focusing around Questing Beast, a 4/4 with Vigilance, Death Touch, and Haste, can't be blocked by creatures with power 2 or less. Combat damage cannot be prevented by our creatures, and whenever it deals combat damage to a player, deal that much damage to target planeswalker they control. Wow. We also have the Goldspan Dragon, another 4/4, this time for 5 mana with flying and haste. Whenever it attacks or becomes a target of a spell, it will create a treasure token. Treasure tokens we control will now sacrifice for 2 mana instead of the typical 1. This is amazing, right? So we can target Goldspan Dragon with spells of our own and gain that treasure, which is good value, while affecting our opponent's field state, which is really cool. So what do I mean by this? Things like Decisive Denial, instant speed for 2, choose 1. Target creature you control fights target creature you don't control. So you'll be targeting your own Goldspan Dragon with a spell to create a treasure, which is basically like casting Decisive Denial for free, even though the colors of them is mismatched, so you wouldn't be able to recast in a loop, but you're spending 2 mana to get 2 mana, even though the colors are different. So that's really cool. You can also counter target non-creature spell unless its controller pays 3. So, the ultimatums, the Ugins, all of those annoying cards, you can stop with the denial. Moving on, we have a similar feature within Quandrix Command for 3 mana at instant speed. Choose 2. Return target creature or planeswalker to its owner's hand. Yeah, we could target ourselves with that, but we don't really want to. We want to keep applying pressure unless our opponent has removal that we can't dodge, right? If we can't counter it with the denial, it's a haste creature, why not bring it back to your hand? That's better than losing it because you can just replay and attack next turn. Counter target artifact or enchantment spell. This is such a powerful effect. I love it. The henges, the cleaves, there's even enchantment creatures, right? There's artifact creatures. You can get them all with Quandrix Command. You can put 2 +1/+1 counters on a target creature. That's really good because we're focusing on a creature-based deck here. We can also have target player shuffle up to 3 target cards from their graveyard into their library. This is a last case scenario if nothing else really is applicable. So we can put the 2 +1/+1 counters on target creature, right? That channels or targets Goldspan Dragon. Love it. Again, making that additional treasure. So you can cast things like Petty Theft for 2 at instant speed. Return target non-land permanent and opponent controls to its owner's hand. When you attack, the treasure is made before blockers are declared, and you'll still have a chance to bounce things with the Petty Theft and remove them with Stomp. attached to the Bonecrusher at the adventure at instant speed. Damage can't be prevented this turn. Stomp deals 2 damage to any target. So, you know, it's really, really cool to be able to do that just off of the Goldspan Dragon mana. Of course, if you have more than 2 available, right? If you have 1 free and then you create a treasure for 2, you have access to things like Prismari Command, instant speed, choose 2, dealing 2 damage to any target. Target player draws 2 cards, then discards 2 cards. Target player creates a treasure token or destroy target artifact. We love destroying artifacts. It's very, very rewarding getting a henge or getting a cleave with the command. Even tome is nice to take out, in all honesty. Creating the treasure token, that's really what we want to focus on to help us ramp into those bigger creatures. The discard and draw is, you know, not really for this deck, but if you have 2 lands and you want to get rid of those, then this is a good way to do that. Dealing 2 damage to any target is nice for the removal. You can target your dragon if you need, but I don't recommend it. Moving on, of course, we do have the creatures within the Brazen Borrower. The 3/1 with Flash and Flying can only block other flyers, and the 4/3 Giant, whenever it's a target of a spell, deals 2 damage to that spell's controller. You know, just to help us fill up the field alongside the Questing Beast. Alongside the Goldspan Dragon, the command will make a treasure. We can also discard the Opus to make a treasure, which is really, really nice. At instant speed, for 8 mana, dealing 4 damage, divide it as we choose among any number of targets, tap 2 permanents, create a 4/4, and draw 2 cards. Wow, that's good. That is so good. Again, discarding it for 2 to create a treasure. So early on, we can discard it, ramping into our bigger spells, and you know, even double casting, which is really nice. And late game, the dragons made a bunch of treasures. They're double tapping. We can just cast the Opus to, you know, tap their defenders, deal some damage, and continue the assault with the draw and 4/4, which is really fun. And if that all wasn't enough, we've got 4 copies of Shark Typhoon in deck for 6. An enchantment, and whenever you cast a non-creature spell, create an XX blue shark creature token with flying, where X is that spell's mana value. We can also cycle it for 2+X, and when you do, you'll create an XX blue shark creature token with flying. So this is nice as well because you can get a flash speed blocker. You know, it is also a flying creature for the attack, which is really nice alongside the Brazen Borrower, alongside Goldspan Dragon. And, you know, in certain matchups, you can hardcast it, but typically I don't recommend it unless you know they don't have an answer for it, right? If it's mono white, sure, then you can take that out if you want. We've got the Triomes, we've got the Pathways for land consistency. That's the deck, right? I really like it. We're having great success with it, and yeah, I think you guys will like it as well. So we'll bust into the gameplay footage now, discussing playlines and interactions within the Mythic meta, and then we'll wrap up with my final thoughts. If you haven't already done so, make sure to like the video. It helps so much. Subscribe to the channel so you'll be included in our contests and giveaways, and check out the Linktree link for more information on you know, what I have to offer. My Spotify's there, the community links are there, the contests, the giveaways, the free entry tournaments that are monthly, 2 of those every month, for you guys to win some stuff, which is really cool. So there's lots going on. Check it out in the description or give it a Google. Hello Good Game Linktree. Enjoy today's gameplay footage, and we'll be back after that. Our opponent is playing first. Top 600. Ready to lose all our rank? I don't know about this deck. I want it to be good, but I'm not entirely sure. Are they not casting? They're just leaving it till their second phase for a sharp hit. Okay. We can remove it. We should have removed it already because now they get reduction in cost if it's a gem raiser, yeah. Right, because they're still going to get it in play. So we should have stomped it earlier. And then they wouldn't have been able to play it this turn because it's a 4 CMC if you don't mutate it. Let's try to just first throw the Giant in front. Absolutely. That's a nice trade for us. Taking 1 damage through the trample. We don't mind. We need to keep this to counter the henge. A lot of damage. Ouch. Maybe they don't have it. You have to play as if they do, though. That is an artifact, though. So we're going to counter it. And then bounce. The 1/1. And then the beasts can't hit. Maybe we should have bounced the beast, but then they could just replay a 1/1. Let's just pass our turn. If they play a 1/1, we can stomp it. Oh! That's good. Good card. Hopefully they don't give it reach. They do.
I call and Decoria answers.
Are we gonna win this any other way other than making sharks? We can make a 3/3 shark. Oh man, this just sucks. This just sucks.
I will not be quelled.
Lots of land. We're flooding so hard. If they have another Gem Raiser, we're hosed. We just have to pass. It's a 4/4 shark, which can slow down these 3/3s. I don't know. I'm trying, man. What you gonna do, Willis? Shambler. Cool. So if we see another Gem Raiser, we know we did right by not hard casting the Shark Typhoon. Which I think we will. I mean, there's just sometimes you can't hard cast it. Oh! And a house. Where's our questing beast, right? Where's our Goldspan Dragon? We're getting whooped out here.
I'd like you to meet my friend, Stompy.
Hit for 9 damage. Another land. Well, we're good at that. I mean, unfortunately, it's only our 7th, not our 8th. And, yeah, I just don't see a way out of this, but we'll try to play it through. They probably have fight effects. If there is, it's lethal. I mean, it is here too. Good game. What am I thinking? I can't do basic math. And they have a fight effect. Oh! Sag. Opponent goes first. Gonna keep 7. Mono white is brutal. We have a stomp. Oh, Winota. Better yet. Hit for 1. They don't have a 2-drop. There's nothing for it to target, so we can kill it here. I think I can still actually just sacrifice it if they wanted, even though no, there's no target. Binder takes the beast. I imagine. I think that's a good play. With doubles of each. So, I mean, it's the logical play. Second green source if we need. Let's play our Bonecrusher. Look at those toes. Look at those toes. Okay, let's take our hit. Pass our turn. Of course we didn't draw land. Cycle the shark for 1 if they attack. We hopefully draw land here. No. We do get a block though, so getting rid of that. There it is. Down. Hit for 4. And ending our turn. Blade Hisborian. I don't know. We can do so many different things here. Let's cycle this for 2, right? And then there's no summoning sickness on it. The land. And now things get weird, right? It only makes mana of 1 color, but it's the petty theft that we're gonna do, and the treasure comes out first. And I actually don't care if they block. Nice. They don't seem to care much either. We grab our rank back, and that's a little bit more how we want it to be working. We get to go first. It's always a blessing. Thank you so much, Arena. And we have a Triumph in hand. Not dog. Woof. My life has become a meme. I am meme. Pass this up. Toss that over. Elves. It's an elves deck. I'm gonna bounce the Sentinel, and then they can't tap the Tracker right now. Because I think they wanted to. Let's pass our turn. I mean, the bouncing's not so great when they only cost 1 mana. We get hit for 4 here, hey? Fine. They have 2 mana. I think I should just flash in the Borrower. And we can kind of race. I don't know why they didn't play the Sentinel. Oh, now I do. All right. So we want them to put their mana into the Preserver here. Okay, that's different. I think we still just cycle that shark. Friggin' elves. We kill the Preserver because it can get bigger. They get a draw. Ooh, that's nice. We have 5 available mana. We can kill something, make a treasure, bounce something, buff the Borrower. They're not biting. They're not biting. Let's kill the Avenger. And then I guess we don't have to bounce it. We have 5, 6. This will be 7. Worst case, we could command bounce if we had to. It's only 3 damage. Oh, actually, no, it's more than that. We can counter. This is perfect. This is actually super duper ideal. Countering and returning, and they tapped. So we're going to bounce the Tracker, and we're going to counter the Saga. That's so good. Woo! Woo! Value Town. And there is Daddy. Let's get him. Hit for 7. That creates a treasure. Down to 6. We could cycle the shark for 1 if we had to as an emergency blocker. War Master's fine. Sentinel is fine. Makes a token a little late in game though to be popping off. We are down to 12 though. They can tap for 1 more mana. Right? They may as well tap the War Master. We can tap their... yeah, we have lethal. So this goes through. Goldspan Dragon is such a ridiculous card. So because the treasure goes out first, we can now cast our Opus. Damage goes straight to our opponent. We tap the 2 with Reach, and that's lethal. Nice. Alright, things are working out a little bit better with the deck. It's good to see. Especially when you're me. There's so much anxiety wrapped up around what rank I can get. Yeah! Another video complete. Almost. We're going to play another. Don't you guys worry. Going first with so much land, but it's not a bad thing. Island in first. We're going to toss the Opus. Winota. Winota! We can bounce Winota. That's a good play. Maybe it's just mono white. Hit for 1. Let's make the treasure. Pass turn. Let's see what they do. I'm tempted to play the Giant. Doesn't really get us where we want. I want to make sure that Selfless Savior's out of play here. That's good. Oh, what was I doing? We could have countered that. I clicked through too fast. I was so focused on this Giant. We still should have bounced it. Oh, that was a massive F-up. We could have bounced it and countered them all. My bad. That's an artifact, right? Okay, okay. Everything's okay. Let's try to race. I don't think we can wait. You guys, we messed up so bad there. I'll admit it. As soon as I clicked, I was like, wait a minute! Quandrix Command! Okay, that's fine. That's, not relevant here. For 6. I know, it sucks. Down to 8. Ay caramba. Ay caramba! Make the treasure. We're gonna play the Bonecrusher. Pass our turn. We're gonna bounce Luminarch. Stop the damage and just try to tempo it. We already massively messed up. We could have had an easy win. But no. As long as they don't have protection here. Heliod's gonna pay for life. This will make another treasure for us, which is the best part about Quandrix Command. Hopefully we can come back from that little mess up earlier. We get the bounce. They replay it. Two damage, destroy artifact. 2 damage, destroy artifact. Auto pay. Selfless Savior sacks itself to the aspirant. We're keeping their devotion low. They can't save them all. And then this is on their turn, so next turn they don't want to block. Oh, when we get another command, hallelujah. The world rejoices. That's lethal. So we take the counters and we bounce. Bounce the Luminarch. Counters on the Goldspan. Make another treasure. It's fine, don't worry about it. The commands. Especially the Quandrix Command and the Goldspan Dragon are... It's good. It's good. That's 3 in a row. 9, 6, 3. Those are 3 of my favorite numbers. I like it. 75% win rate. We're doing the dirty. And we messed up, right? That's always what I like to see when a deck has like a little bit of a handicap, I guess. Relating that to golf. Where it's okay if you aren't, you know, making the perfect play lines. There's like a little bit of wiggle room incorporated for you within the deck, which is, you know, my specialty. So let's break down the deck and talk about where we're going to go with it from here. All right, Temur midrange, doing the dirty. You guys want to know a secret how to make really good decks? You pick all of the cards with the most amount of text on them. Let's analyze this hypothesis. Decisive Denial. Ton of words here, right? That's a full card of text. Quandrix Command, they even had to make the font smaller. Prismari Command, same situation. Bonecrusher Giant, they had to make it into 2 cards. Same goes for Brazen Borrower. Questing Beast, that has 2 cards worth of text on it as well. And the Goldspan Dragon not only has a decent amount of text, but it also makes a decent amount of mana, which is pretty crazy. But it gets better. Magma Opus has 3,000 words on it, and the Shark Typhoon matches it. I know you guys, I am breaking your perceptions on deck building. All you have to do is include cards with a ton of words on them, and you're gonna do just fine. I hope you enjoyed today's video. Thanks so much for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe if you haven't done so yet. Share the channel to your friends. Check out the Linktree link, you guys. We got a lot of heaters in there. All of our links, the affiliates if you want to support, you know, even just the Patreon if you want to get in on, you know, the ground level of subwoofers, as we're calling them now. Other than that, you know, most importantly, go have a magical day. Watch some more HGG, and we'll see you soon in the next.